Contemplationist Insight, a Simon Vumbaca podcast.
Welcome to this podcast series dealing with the back to work times. Is it the right time to take things to the next level when you go back to work? We're just back from a long holiday, a summer holiday. And in Europe, August in particular, is a time for vacations. Many Latin countries close their doors to normal business and head to the beach. These are times spent with family and friends, recharging batteries. This good habit has in one form or another also extended to most countries in the Western world. For many though, me included, breaking up or disrupting my everyday life is a consuming exercise. It takes time to break out of my routine and just as long to reinstate it. All the effort I put in feeling like I'm on holiday, and then as soon as I start to reap the benefit of feeling on holiday, I have to go back. So it's the going back to work effort that often outweighs even the happiness I got from my daily routine the rest of the year. For some reason, there's also this compulsory idea that because we're on holiday, we must go to even more restaurants and other places that we normally would, even if we already do so routinely throughout the year. We also like to travel. Summer holidays apparently is where we like to travel, to go to places where we try to do nothing other than spend time to come back. But to me, the biggest disadvantage of this all or nothing holiday spirit is the time it takes to get back into things. As a contemplationist, feeling good every day because everything is balanced makes me feel great. Not exceeding in either direction makes things sustainable and enjoyable, at least to me. Sometimes it's even predictable to the point where I look forward to simple tasks. What is also noticeable is that we can rarely go from all to nothing and then back to all in. It's not like if there were a magical switch that we can turn on and off. That is simply not a sustainable or repeatable behavior. It can be done once or twice, but the all or nothing approach means that sometimes the outcome is nothing. And that's that. Getting used to go all or nothing is something that sports persons do every time. They're on the starting blocks, cross the line, enter the ring, or hear the start whistle or bell. Certainly, they must be the best equipped to deal with the high rewards and low outcome of this behavior. For instance, think of a marathon runner who trains meticulously for months leading up to a race. After the marathon, if they were to take weeks off doing nothing but resting, they'd lose the conditioning they worked so hard to build. When they eventually return to training, they'd find it challenging to get back to the same level, and the risk of injury increases. Contrast this with a runner who, after a race, takes a short, well-planned recovery period and then eases back into their routine, then maintain their fitness and gradually build on it, setting themselves up for even better results in the near future. Observing great sports people, in any discipline in fact, it became clear to me that sporting cycles are rarely limited to a single game or event. They are a series of events that culminate in a goal. These are cycles typically involve several steps and in some cases are shorter, but they're never really an all or nothing matter, despite what it might appear. This seems to make sense up to a point. My observation is that at the highest level in sports, life, or business, true sustainable wins follow a simple pattern. When one is winning, one must not give way to complacency and must be relentless in the pursuit of victory, time and time again, raising their own personal standard every time, relentlessly, tirelessly. This is the champion's responsibility. This translates into more training and pushing boundaries. This is why athletes who break a world record once are most likely to know how to break it time and time again. Being sharp and staying sharp is what makes super sports people become champions and create history. The listed example for me was watching Team New Zealand in this year's America's Cup preliminary regatta. When under challenge, they communicated calmly, showing how well prepared they were for any eventuality, even in adversity. And they referred to themselves as simply doing the job when they won the race. This is a team who has won 2 America's Cup in a row, therefore they're used to winning races. Yet, they confronted themselves with victory in a very balanced and calm manner, going back to train. Doing their job. This phrase, incidentally, was also used by Bill Belichick, the famous manager of the New England Patriots, to motivate his team to win, leading them to be referred to as a dynasty. Upon closer inspection, you will notice that the aspect of giving it all is not correlated or overbalanced by doing nothing. On the contrary, after an intense effort and a massive win, true champions return to their preparation routine almost immediately. I have yet to see any super sports person, maybe exception is to be given to those who retire, simply sit back and do nothing, even for a short while. Now, the holiday is over, and it's time to go back to work. Maybe it's also time to take things to the next level, like a sports person would do, like a true champion will do. Not going simply back to what we left, but improving on it, time and time again. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Contemplationist, and I hope to hear from you soon.